Through this strategy, black Jews, whether they be in America or whether they be in Africa or whether they be in Papua New Guinea, they automatically enter directly into the annals of Western sacred history. They are part of the original players. They are relatives of Jesus, the patriarchs, the prophets, the saints. And it's a wonderful kind of liberation from the of the African condition since the beginning of slavery. Through this strategy,
from Africa, the United States, the more they oppress me, the more I stick to my land, because this is my land. So rooted, we are deeply rooted as Africans, as Palestinian Africans in this land. We know pretty well that our ancestors, I'm talking about thousands of years, had been here in this country, but they were spread away, taken to Africa, from Africa to the United States, from Africa to
Sex and Race, Negro Caucasian Mixing in All Ages and All Lands by J.A. Rogers, Volume 1, The Old Worlds. I'm going over to page 91. Page 91. Pay close attention, please. I'm going to start here with where it says but I just want to focus here because it gets to a point here. This part was conjecture. The earliest Jews, in all probability, Negroes. Abraham, their ancestor, is said to have come from Chaldea, and the ancient Chaldeans were black. The Chaldees, says Higgins, were originally Negroes. As was said, 2 relics of prehistoric Negroes have been discovered in this region. It is even possible that the Jews originated not in Asia, but in Africa.
We believe we are the people of God's choice. That's what we believe. We believe we're the chosen people.
The true biblical Hebrews are the so-called African Americans.
The Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans are part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
The black people, the people of color that are here, that have been brought here from Africa, their ancestors brought here from Africa, are the Hebrew Israelites.
the true children of Israel are black people.
The Hebrews in the Bible were, and who they are in the earth today, which would be the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, the Native Americans.
Black people, you are Israelites, you are the chosen ones, you are a prestigious people. Your history is in the Bible.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites.
We all want Dominicans, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, we all
Face threatened. Stop resisting arrest. Is that a weapon? Lay down. No. Face down. No. Face ground. Bang. Pow. Oops, I did it again. I'm a pop star. No, I'm a pop star. No, I'm a cop star. No, by the time I get back to the precinct, I will be a rock star. Clap for 'em. I have more trophies with black names on them than BET award winners. Clap for 'em. I will probably be honored at the NYPD award dinner. Clap for 'em. They are going to throw me a parade. Clap for 'em, because when I clap for 'em, they go to the grave. Black boys' cries fall on deaf white ears. Black mothers' tears keep graveyard grass green.
A year. By 1925, the Ku Klux Klan was big business. Almost 6 million Americans now belonged to the Klan, and the organization was grossing $75 million a year.
Random collection.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do at this point will not really matter because your skin color has already confessed to the crime. All right. You have the right to an attorney who will try his hardest to see that justice is served, but a jury of your peers, aka our attorneys, will have him outmatched 12-1. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you free of charge because he is also on our payroll. Do you understand these rights as they have been read to you? Whoa, don't move. I see you reaching for your 9mm wallet. I see you reaching for your 38 caliber inhaler. Whoa, I said don't move. Stop breathing. You're puffing up your chest. I feel threatened. Stop resisting arrest. Is that a weapon? Lay down.
Austin.
I do want to clarify too that I know that the black people that are here in the United States now are not African. I know that. The American is what the white man has pinned on them. Basically, I feel to try to keep hiding their true identity. They want them to think they're African, so they won't find out who they really are. So I know, and I wanted to clarify that I know the black people here are the true Hebrew Israelites.
The same. Look at what this individual says to Morgan Freeman.
His name.
Orthodox Jews believe that without this temple, their religious rites are incomplete, so they await the day when their temple is rebuilt.
So they're talking about here how they believe that the temple, the third temple, will be rebuilt. Okay, Jews believe that, many Christians believe that. Let's keep watching.
Is there a Messiah? In Judaism? In Judaism? Jews invented the Messiah. But it's not the same Messiah that most people think about.
Okay.
Because when Christians think of the Messiah, they think of someone who's divine.
Yeah.
What we have for the Messiah is a man, a king of this earth, who's going to bring peace among the nations in this world.
True Hebrews. So is it that you think that the people over in Israel, that those that war-torn land, that those are the true Hebrew Israelites? That in 1948, that's what's God gathering his people and making Israel a nation again? Because no, that ain't going to happen until the end of days when he gathers his people from the four corners of the earth. We're coming in and makes a multitude. But they're all white. We got a problem here now. We got a problem. Because you change the people, you most certainly change the message. You change all prophecy. You change all the prophecy. That's like when people try to interpret Daniel and all these things. They fall off in 1948. Because you put them as the people of the book, such as the Christians put those Jews as the people of the book, as the ancient Israelites. I mean, they're calling Abraham a Jew for crying out loud.
Image of the Messiah, Christ. The most common images seen in many homes and churches is the image of Caesar Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI, who employed Leonardo da Vinci, his son Caesar's gay lover, to paint Caesar as the Christ.
Last time you saw me, I actually came clean and told you that I wasn't the real Jesus. I also told you that I was created to make certain populations happy and comfortable. Well, I am glad to see that many of you are loyal and enjoy strong delusions and still want me as your savior. Wow, what idiots.
And if you actually look at ancient maps in 1736 and ancient maps in 1747 of Africa, you'll find a country called Negro Land and the Kingdom of Judah. This is of utmost importance for us to understand how Yahweh is gathering the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad. Because what actually happened is in this Gulf of Guinea in Western Africa, European slave ship holders, they were Ashkenazi slavers. They were of European origin. They were Western Mongols that had infiltrated Britain and mainly Portugal. They were the Ashkenazi slavers. They were wealthy merchant slavers. If you actually look at ancient maps, the owners of these slave ships, who were the biggest slavers in the 16th century? The Ashkenazi were the biggest slavers in the 16th and 17th century, going into the 18th century. You see, Ashkenazi slaving was huge. This is from, I have to be careful when I say this, so my sources, it's always best to go with Jewish sources, right? Because you just trod on a bunch of toes, so we'll go with the Jewish sources. There's a ton of sources out there, but I'll stick with the Jewish ones because that's just safer. The Jewish scholar Jonathan Shorshak says this: Jewish merchants routinely possessed enormous numbers of slaves temporarily before selling them off. If a slave auction fell on a Jewish festival, it was postponed due to lack of the owner.
So with that being said, we talked about numerical equivalencies in Hebrew. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49, it says that a nation as swift as the eagle flies, whose language you will not understand, will come and take you. The phrase in Hebrew, a nation whose language you will not understand, is numerically equivalent to 1227. You want to know what that's equivalent to in Hebrew? Sekar, Ha'amadim, Hatrans, Amantit. The transatlantic station.
Oh, wow. Is that in the book? I think so. Tell me that's in the book, too, man.
Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of